Welcome back to 405 Sports. Today we were talking about the NFL draft that obviously went down last night. Kind of a weird draft, huh? I mean, first 15 picks, all offense.
Yeah.
And
took a while.
Yeah, not to mention there was rumors of 6 quarterbacks going, and it was like over the 32.
Yeah.
And they went
Not
in the first
12, yeah.
So
NFL record.
yeah, NFL record, first time since 80.
It was a long time.
Yeah. So, I mean, pretty crazy. So let's go ahead and get right into it, I feel. We got, obviously, the team that's been talked about for months upon months. Even going into last year, this team was talked about as they made this trade to move back to be able to maybe be in contention to draft Caleb Williams. And it went to fruition, right? And they got Caleb Williams and Romo Dunse. We think Caleb Williams, obviously, we've been talking about him for, I mean, since he was a freshman in college and he was playing in Boone Pickens Stadium for OU.
I think he's pretty set on offense.
I did too.
We'll just see how the coaching is. He's had the best of the best calling plays for him for a while now.
Right.
So we'll see what it's like when somebody who's not known as a well offensive coordinator is calling plays for him.
Very true.
But he's got Rome. He's got DJ. He's got Kenny now, doesn't he?
Keenan Allen?
Yeah.
Cole Kmet's not bad.
No, Fields used him a ton.
Yeah,
So.
Fields just loved to dump it off to him. And Rome is just, I mean, you could argue Rome was the number 2 receiver, honestly. You could. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with Neighbors being number 2. But,
They got Swift, too.
Yeah, they got Swift. You think an S?
That was probably an S-tier draft.
That's an S-tier draft. All right, now we got the Washington Commanders, Jaden Daniels. I'm not as big of a Jaden Daniels fan as the rest. I think he was surrounded by a lot, which helped. I didn't really care for him at Arizona State.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, he had some good stuff. He beat Oregon. That was awesome to watch for after dark.
Mm-hmm.
RIP Pac-12.
Yeah.
I mean, he's only 20. He's 23. He's a young 23. Like, he just turned it in December. So, like, he's not going to be 24 till later. But I do like that Drake May was, like, 21.
Mm-hmm.
A lot younger. I don't know, though. I see flaws in both. So
Dan Quinn now, defensive guy. Did they lose Bieniemy, or are they still have him?
He is gone, I believe.
So.
Cliff Kingsbury is
Okay,
the
well,
OC.
that's pretty good OC. Jaden scares me a little bit with how much he takes off the run. He took some beatings at LSU, especially last year. Yeah. That's probably not going to work in the NFL. Obviously, you can make plays with your feet, but learning how to slide will be very important. Anthony Richardson.
Yeah. Even Josh Allen. I mean, he takes a lot because he likes to run. And but I will say, though, he is kind of in a good area with Jahan Dotson and Terry McLaurin. Those are 2 young guys. Even Zach Ertz is there this year.
Yeah.
So that's not bad. Brian Robinson still step it up. So I'm somewhere in that B to A.
Yeah. I mean, they've been experimenting with QB for a while now.
Yeah.
So hopefully this is their guy.
Where do you want to go?
B's probably fine.
Okay. All right, so now we got Drake May. I mean, like I said, a lot younger. Didn't have as much talent to play with as Jaden Daniels. Obviously, Jaden Daniels, 2 guys who had over 1,000 yards receiving. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know. Patriots very much needed a quarterback. It's been a rough road since Brady left. I feel like Drake's good, but at the same time, there was a lot of times you saw in his game there was flaws when it came to playing teams like the Clemsons and I believe South Carolina and just those teams that are a little bit better than a lot of the teams in the ACC. And I didn't love that, but I do love his measurables.
Yeah.
Dude reminds you of maybe like a slimmer Josh Allen, maybe a little Justin Herbert.
Got the stature for sure. He's not being drafted into a great situation. There's not a lot of playmakers around him, but they may be trying to trade for Debo, I heard.
Yeah,
So that'd be humongous.
Yeah.
Debo's a dude that'll work just about anywhere he plays.
Yeah. And I even saw Ayuk too.
Like
either
that.
one of them. So, and not to mention this team does have the 35th overall pick.
Mm-hmm.
So, or 34th overall pick? 34. So, I mean,
there's options.
There is indeed options. So, I mean, they could go out and get an A.D. Mitchell, Lad McConkey, someone like that. I mean, Troy Franklin. I'm on par to go B too. I think it's only fair to rate both. We're gonna move on to the Cardinals, who I mean, obviously, I loved it. I loved the Marvin pick, but the Darius Robinson pick I didn't love.
Yeah, that was a little reach, in my opinion. Good player.
No, yeah, for sure.
First round, though?
But you easily could have got him at 35.
Yeah. And there's better dudes at his position as well.
I don't know about you, but when I sit there and watch it, I'm like, okay, I think so-and-so is going to go here. And I got a couple right over the night, but that one I was like, Jerzon Newton. And then I was like, oh, well, not even the best guy at his position.
Hope it works out for you.
I don't know. Maybe Jerzon didn't test well. Maybe I'm not sure. But when you watched him at Illinois, it was like, dude, if they didn't have this guy, games would not be close.
Game record.
I think they got to go B as well.
Yeah.
I think it would have been A.
It could have been A, yeah.
Had they gone someone else. But for the Chargers, we should have known that the John Harbaugh regime would go O-line. I mean, that's just who he is. He's in the trenches.
Run the ball.
Yeah, I mean, I love the pick. I don't hate it, but
who's in that wide receiver room, man?
that's the problem. Your two receiver, some of your best receivers are two guys that got blown out by Georgia. So,
yeah.
I mean, and Josh Palmer.
Yeah.
So, and they didn't even really use Darius Davis that much.
No.
But obviously, this is a new regime in the head coaching position. So, I don't know though. I like it. I love Joe Alt. I think he'll be great, and I love the idea of Slater, Zion Johnson, and
Yeah.
that's just me.
I mean, I think he was the best O-lineman in the draft.
No.
Did I think you're taking him? No, I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah. So, I know.
I don't know. I don't want to keep stockpiling B.
I know.
But was it A?
I mean, it's right in between that. It's, we'll go A, but it's
borderline.
It's borderline, very close.
We're back in A minus.
Yeah, for sure. All right, we got Malik Neighbors to the Giants. I mean, I think it's a home run pick, but I said it in the pre-draft thing. I think the Chargers didn't like how they heard about him in the media. Obviously, a little bit of questions there. I'm not sure where those questions came from. He was on TikTok Live, and his friend was like, "Who's the quarterback for the Giants?" And he immediately shut the stream down. He was like, "I'm not. There's a good chance I'm going there. I'm taking this down."
Yeah.
So maybe there was questions there for the Chargers, and maybe they just didn't like Rome, and they were like, we're gonna go O-line. But for the Giants, I love it. I do.
What's up with these LSU receivers recently, man? Got Butte and Malik Neighbors.
No kidding. I mean,
different generation, man.
Yeah. Man.
Hopefully Brian Thomas is different.
Yeah. So.
They got Slayton.
Yeah.
They still have Hodgins.
Yeah, possibly Waller.
Hyatt.
So I feel like now is the time for the
Jones
Giants.
can get him the ball.
Yeah, I mean Jones. And
they paid him all that money,
and they don't even have their second round pick because they traded for Brian Burns, which isn't bad. It's not bad, but we'll have to see. I might be an A here, Zach, and I'm just saying that because I'm happy they didn't draft J.J. McCarthy.
I think it's probably an A.
Tennessee Titans. I think they got shocked maybe a little bit that Joe Alt went. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. But, I mean, I'm not surprised they went O-line, not one bit, with J.C. Latham. And I don't think it's a bad pick, but.
Was there better options on the table?
Yeah, probably Olu for Shanu. But, I mean, it wasn't like J.C. was bad at all.
No, he's ginormous.
Yeah, he is
also.
He is an athlete, pure and pure. But I feel like you could have traded down and maybe gotten, a little value in the later rounds and still picked him up just fine.
Yeah.
So
I do think Tennessee knows a thing or two about O-linemen.
That is true. So. Their O-line coach is I can't remember the name, but he's a very good coach. So he will coach him up. And obviously, I mean, they made Taylor Lewan. Obviously, Peter Skoronski is great. So they've got a good little future there in Tennessee.
Yeah.
I like what they're building.
See if Mayo Boy's any good.
Yeah, Mayo Boy's going to have to pick it up. It's just like those last two. I mean, it's borderline.
I think it's B.
I'm cool with that. All right. Now we move on to this one, which Adam Schefter reported. He was like, there's there's some steam picking up that the Atlanta Falcons might go quarterback. And everyone in the world, or at least 95% of NFL fans were thinking, I mean, they just signed Kirk.
I mean, not more than 2 months ago.
Yeah. And not to mention, 4 years.
Yeah.
$100 million plus guaranteed and 180 at the most. And they went Michael Penix in the top 10. Which, to be fair, I did hear the Seahawks, Saints, and someone else were willing to move up to 10 to try to draft Penix. So I believe that the Falcons were like, if we don't get him now, we're not getting him. But that's not the talking point of right now. The talking point is this team is not that this division is not good, and their team's actually not that bad. They actually have an actual quarterback in the quarterback room now, but now they have a 24-year-old quarterback, and he's not going to get to play for 2 years.
Yeah, I mean, this is the second year in a row they've gone with a first-round pick that I thought was already a position they were fine at.
Yeah,
with Bijan last year,
no
and now
kidding.
You're going Michael Penix this year.
No kidding, back-to-back years.
I heard, I don't know if Dobbs true or not, but he said Kirk's camp wasn't very happy or didn't know about it.
Yeah,
so.
He didn't. Well, he said he knew that there was a tiny chance that they'd go QB, but obviously, I mean, that's like smokescreen stuff that he was probably thinking. And then they called him in the draft room. He was probably like, I mean, we can't get a defensive guy right now and try to help out the defense because I think that's going to be their problem.
Yeah, I saw the GM explaining it to the owner, and he looked like stunned. Like, then why'd I just pay Kirk all that money?
But I don't want to hate on Penix though.
No,
because he's not bad. Other thing is he's got 2 ACL surgeries, and Kirk has an Achilles injury, and that's a little tough. They still have Heineke.
They're like, well, Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers. I'm like, well,
I mean,
Penix is going to be 27, 28 years old before he starts.
Yeah.
Unless he beats out Kirk, which I don't think is happening.
I don't think you can even do that.
No.
Because I think he's guaranteed $90 million in the first 2 years.
Very interesting.
I want to say D. I don't want to say F because I don't think Penix is that bad.
If you didn't acquire Kirk Cousins, then it's probably a pretty good pick.
Yeah. Dang, is it F?
I'll go D.
Okay, we'll go D to be nice, but
because of the potential, I guess.
It is there, but he's 24.
But why?
He's 24 in a week.
But why?
But why?
JJ?
To the team that moved up for JJ. I mean, could he have gone to a better situation?
If I could have put money, which I didn't, and I was there yesterday, where JJ would have gone, it was to the Vikings. I don't know that was a bet possibility, but I just felt like I'd seen it on Twitter for a month, dang near, like they're going with him. If he's available, they're trading up for him.
That's a great situation to fall into. It is. I mean, Jordan Addison, TJ Hawkinson. I'm not sure when he comes back. And then obviously Justin Jefferson,
who looked unhappy last year.
Yeah, yeah. Also injured, but just
not too thrilled.
Yeah, not.
Somebody get me the ball.
Yeah, we got Dallas Turner too.
Oh yeah, that's a good pick.
We got Dallas Turner, so we'll move him up to B.
Yeah,
because even where they got him at 17. So I mean, we'll give him B.
I may go A on that.
You're an A? You
got your quarterback, and you got Dallas Turner at 17.
You know what?
I had going 8.
You know what? I think you're right, because even at the worst, like J.J. McCarthy, he's
got potential.
He does. You know what? You're right. Next one, we got the Jets, who took Olu Fashanu, which I loved it. I did.
It's what they needed.
They picked up Morgan Moses and Tyron Smith, who you and I have watched for the last 8 years, and you've never had to worry about him. I think he's had don't fact check me, but I think he's had 5 penalties over the last.
It's quite ridiculous.
5 years.
It is Zach Martin level.
Yes.
The only issues is he healthy or not.
Right. You don't know if you're getting the healthiest Zach Martin or Tyron Smith, which I hope they do. I really do.
But what a guy to learn from.
Yes. What I got to learn from, because you don't need to throw Olu out there at the very beginning. I think you can rock Morgan and Tyron for a bit and just let Olu watch. And even you can throw him in at the end of the game, kind
of get his live reps.
Right. Get his reps at the end. Let Tyron get some breathers, because he is 34, and it's tough when you're moving off that back line and doing that every snap. So just get Olu in at the end, and I think you have a great guy for the next 10 years. I'm at A, Zach.
I think it's pretty good.
All right. We got another head scratcher here, but it makes a little sense with Sean Payton. We got Bo Nix to the Broncos.
Just got Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
Who took Bo Nix's number.
Right.
So
right.
See if that was mind games or not.
Yeah, for sure. He's just like Penix, man. He's 24, maybe 23.
I really liked him in college.
Oh, I loved him in college. I think he's just one of those guys that fits college ball.
Yeah, it may not translate over to the NFL.
But if there's a guy you want him to learn from, Sean Payton is one of those guys you for sure want him to learn from. He's
got Courtland Sutton.
Yep. Mims.
Yeah. Javonte Williams.
Tim Patrick.
Yeah.
Maybe if he does.
Yeah. Again.
Heaven forbid he tears something in his leg again. I don't know where I am, Zach.
I don't think they're improving a whole lot, man. I don't.
Middle of the row? I don't know.
That's C, probably.
Yeah, because at least...
You thought they were going quarterback, so...
Yeah, I mean, at least they... Yeah, I don't know. Here we go. Another head scratcher in the same division. Now, don't get me wrong. Michael Mayer's good. And Brock Bowers is good.
Brock Bowers is really, really good. Did you need both of them, though?
No. But yes, you can stretch out and get outside with Brock Bowers. It's just like... I mean... I don't know.
Which, in my brain, I'm thinking they thought they were getting Penix,
right.
And then it didn't happen.
Right.
So they're like, well, we got to pivot. But was tight end the pivot. I think Brock could be generational, but...
I mean, I probably would have went with one of the tackles if I was them because, like I said in the mock draft, apparently they like QBs next year if they didn't get Penix.
Yeah, so.
And so, I mean, but now, I mean, to be fair, you do have a great core for a guy that were to come in. I just...
Could be a year of suck.
Yeah.
Raiders fans.
Yeah, but you could have a better year out of Aiden O'Connell. You took tight end one back-to-back years. That's how you...
I'll go C for the position, but not for the player.
That's right.
He's an A-list type of player.
He is indeed an A-list player. All right, we got the Saints who took Talisi Fawanga. I love it. I would have loved it if the Jets took him.
Yep.
I do.
Keep it short and sweet.
You know what?
Good pick.
Keep it short and sweet. Had good film against Latu, who's next. Had great film against him.
A or B.
Come on. Let's throw him A. All right. Now we're going to go to a guy who medically retired around the COVID times at Washington. Ended up returning in 2022, I believe, and had a pretty good year with UCLA after transferring from Washington, and then had a really good year this year for UCLA. I really do think if he was at a top tier program, this guy probably would have went maybe top 10, maybe like top 12, something like that. He just played at UCLA, so it's just kind of hard to hear, especially with when it came to Pac-12 talk. A lot of it was
based on.
Yeah.
Going their separate ways.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest, though. I didn't love the pick here.
Yeah.
Because I like Dallas Turner a lot.
May go B.
I like it.
Good player.
I like it. Well, and even, I honestly would have went with the Seahawks. Oh, yeah, I would have went with the Seahawks pick over him. I would have.
He's dog. Watched him play at Texas.
We watched him a lot.
Very good speed.
Very good. Covered the combine time by a lot.
Legion of Boom.
Yeah, I mean, and they got a new regime there in Seattle.
I go A.
I'm right there with you. All right, we got the Bengals with Amarius Mims. I like Mims, don't love him. Didn't get a lot of snaps, was hurt a lot, but at the same time, he's a big guy, huge.
Georgia boys usually work out.
Georgia boys work out. It's damn time that the Bengals took a O lineman. My goodness.
I'd go B.
I'll go B. I like it. Jared versus the Rams. We took Newton here. This is what we
took Newton.
We mocked here, which I feel like everybody kind of had a D lineman. Just if you lose Aaron Donald, you've got to have some kind of production get back. But, I mean, Jared Verse out of Albany and then transfers to Florida State and keeps up his production.
He's good.
Yeah, he is very good. Honestly, could have been picked earlier.
Yeah.
So, I'm probably at an A.
Yeah.
Just because, you didn't even trade up or anything. You got him that low. Now we got Troy Fatanu. Another great pick.
The O-line was average, bang average last year.
Yeah.
Need to upgrade.
Yeah.
Bang.
Yeah, bang. We A in that puppy? B.
We'll go B. The
Dolphins. Now, if I was watching Barstool every once in a while, Frank and that one guy, I don't know the other guy's name, that's a Dolphins fan.
Yeah, he wanted Xavier Worthy.
Yeah, and Frank was like, shut up, we're not doing that. Which I agree with Frank. That's the last thing you need.
Frank knew ball right there.
Frank did know ball. But Chop Robinson, I'm just...
Good player.
Great player.
All theirs got hurt last year as well, towards the end of the year.
Yeah.
I don't want to give it a C, but
I would have loved O-line. It seems like Tua is always on the run.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and Teron Armstead is not healthy ever since he signed with the Dolphins. And I don't know.
Yeah. Loaded in there, I guess.
We're in the C, but we don't.
Not the player.
It's just more of the fit in terms of what the Dolphins need and what they got it, where they got it. Now we're gonna move on to the Eagles, who got.
They always do it.
They do it. I mean, and they didn't even have to move to do it. They got the first cornerback off the board. Quinyon Mitchell. I just know he's gonna be a dog for him. You know it. He's gonna be a dog.
It's quite unbelievable.
It is unbelievable. This draft was unbelievable. He's probably an A.
It's dang near S, but yeah, A.
You know what, Zach? It might be.
Stupid Eagles, man. My God.
It's S because you didn't even have to move.
Mm-mm.
Jaguars. Why did you sign Gabe Davis? I truly don't get it. You obviously lost Calvin Ridley, but you have Christian Kirk. You have Gabe Davis. Now you have Brian Thomas.
Zay Jones.
Thank you. You have all those guys. Zay Jones not bad. You have Evan Ingram. Look, Brian Thomas is great. He is.
Absolutely. We're going to C, and it's not because of the player, because I think Brian Thomas will be very good for a very long time.
I do too. Honestly, I would have taken Terrion Arnold next pick. So yeah, we're gonna have to go C here. It has
not the player.
Nothing to do with the player. That is all the Jags. We'll move on to the next one, which had a big old pop in Detroit. Shout out to Detroit. They were a great host. 275,000 people are out there.
Big pop.
Terrion Arnold.
Traded with Cowboys.
Traded with the Cowboys. That is for sure. Terrion Arnold. I love it.
I do too.
Dude,
that's just in line.
I think he's very disciplined. Very disciplined. I think he was one of the more upscale guys in the draft. I'm at an A, Zach. We got Jordan Morgan for the Packers.
I didn't see too many Packers fans happy about
No,
that.
especially the one they panned to.
Yeah.
We did have him going first round.
Yeah, I don't think he's the best tackle available.
Yeah, I like Graham. Well, Graham Barton's, I guess, going to play inside.
Yeah.
He was all over the place at Duke just because, obviously, it's Duke.
It's freaking Duke, man.
So, it's not basketball. But,
didn't work either because he kept getting your QB hurt.
Yeah, so I'll throw him B because he's not bad, but
wasn't best available in my opinion.
You want to go see maybe then?
Yeah, because the dude that was better literally went next.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, Graham Barton. I mean, played all over the place. Kind of reminds you of Pete Skoronski, just in terms of playing all over the place.
This is where I'd go B.
Yeah, flip it. Now we have Xavier Worthy.
Stupid Chiefs, man. Oh my God.
They pulled it off, and not to mention they traded with the Bills.
Yeah. And
the Bills fans were not happy about it. Wish we had our Bills representative here, but couldn't make it.
Yeah, he said he wasn't happy. I ran into him. Said he wasn't happy that we traded, and then the team that got him took it through there in a 4-2-1
Yeah.
for you. And we definitely could have used that. And then our next trade, they got Leggett.
Yeah,
and Ryan Thompson's already gone, so he's like, shoot, we better be trading for Ayuk or Debo.
No kidding. I mean, this possibly could be looked on. If Leggett and Worthy turn out, I mean, the Bills are going to look like.
Got Keon Coleman.
Yeah.
Troy Franklin.
I like Troy better than Keon just a little bit. He ran fast. But, I mean, for the Chiefs, Zach, it's.
Got a Tyreek Hill, honestly.
Zach, it's probably ass.
It's probably ass.
It's ass. Now we have our boys. Again. It happened again.
It happened again.
It happened again. Back-to-back years. Look, it's a position I wasn't like. I was like going in. I was like, I won't be mad if we go O-line. Like I've been saying, Zach Martin's getting older. Tyron Smith's gone. Terrence Steele is not very good. Tyler Bazzi's gone. So the O-line is in shambles. But at the same time, Tyler Guyton was not.
I played right tackle.
Yeah.
At OU.
Yeah.
Transferred in from TCU.
Yeah.
Like 6'8".
Mm-hmm.
330.
Yep.
Big dude.
Yep. Hey, OU fans said you don't know ball if you think this is a bad pick, so we'll see.
I'll go B.
Okay.
I wanted JPJ.
Yep.
But we needed that position, so
it's fair.
I can't complain a whole lot. We didn't take
fair.
a wide receiver or
Yeah.
trade up for J.J. McCarthy. So.
Yeah. Now we have the Ravens, who I love that they took Nate Wiggins. I'm a big fan. He's a little smaller than the average corner, but he's a lot faster than the average corner. I think he ran a 4.28 at the combine. So I'm a big fan of Nate Wiggins.
They've had some injuries
in
the secondary.
They have.
Pair him with Kyle Hamilton from last year.
Yeah.
B or A.
Now we got Ricky Purcell, obviously. A lot of people don't know about Ricky, but he's a dog. A lot of people only know about Ricky because of the catch.
Correct.
I mean, that's pretty much it. Played at Arizona State for his first 3 years. Had the last 2 years at Florida, and that's where he stepped up for sure. Kind of the same thing as Jaden Daniels. C.J. Stroud was very like, dang it. I didn't want the 49ers to get this guy. So,
darn it, burn it.
I'm not sure what CJ knows, but
CJ knows ball.
CJ knows ball. I'm gonna be a B. Well, I don't know.
All I know is my 49ers cousin was not very happy.
Really?
Not very happy.
Jackie Dart said that it is his favorite pick of the draft.
Interesting.
So far.
He wanted Cooper DeJean, so what does he know? But
yeah,
he didn't think they needed receivers. So, but if you are moving one of Debo and Ayuk,
which they might even have to regardless.
Was Ricky to pick? No.
Hey. Yeah, because
We'll see. He could be one of those dudes that turns out greatly.
They could easily
in the
turn
NFL.
him into great. Kyle Shanahan can work with anyone.
For sure. He had Ronnie Bell cooking a little bit last year.
B.
We'll go B.
Go B. All right.
Leggett.
Got Leggett. Which they did say. I mean, he said it.
What is his comp? Like baby DK Metcalf? AJ Brown? It's like big body wide receiver.
Right. I mean.
That has speed.
I want to get his actual measurable. 6'1", 220. B. Probably. Leggett was.
Needed a weapon for Bryce.
Indeed, and I mean,
need a lot to fix that team though.
I think Leggett's probably worked out with Bryce at this point.
Yeah,
little bit older guy, didn't have like kind of reminds you of Brian Thomas. Didn't have like the craziest years, and then last year skyrocketed.
Throw it up.
I think he's
also Leggett down there. Somewhere.
Yeah, I think he's also dealt with injuries at his time. So that's our grades for the NFL draft. Obviously, we just don't want to be too harsh on anyone. These are guys that are literally our age. I mean, 21, 22, 23. Or you have...
Except Michael Penix.
Yeah, I was going to say Bo Nix. Yeah. 24, so... But, I mean... We'll see. Now we have the second round come up.
Not too crazy.
No.
The first round wasn't a ton of trades.
No, that was
like the years
surprising
before.
thing. I think there was 4, maybe 5.
We'll see tonight if stuff mixes it up.
Yeah. For sure. So still a lot of good guys available. All right. Thank you guys for watching the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment down below how your team did in this NFL draft. Thank you for watching.